our kids go to private Catholic school, right? And so I wasn't raised that way, right? So I went to public school. So I'm thinking like, just send them to public school. Why are we doing this?
Right.
So the situation that we were in is that when I got married, I married into this. I promised that we would raise the kids in the Catholic faith. I promised that we would send our kids to Catholic school. So what's happening now, you know, Roger, in this area in DC, it's kind of a big deal, like when you're getting into this schooling.
Yes.
Because you apply to these schools and it's like college.
It's like applying to colleges.
Right.
It's like applying to colleges.
You pick 4 schools, or you know that you can apply to. You're worrying about which ones you get accepted to. Then you're looking at the educational piece and the commutes and things like that. You're also looking at the financial aid situation because these schools are expensive. We knew he was going to get into any of the schools because he made terrific grades. Like straight A student, he scored well on this testing and all that kind of stuff, right? So we knew he would get accepted into these schools. The other factor was aid, right? Financial aid, because although you think that I got a lot of money and I'm a rich guy,
some of these schools are like 30 grand a year.
Yeah. And so we wanted to get some help with that, right? And we didn't want to. I just didn't want to spend that much money for school, because then I'm thinking about college. So I'm looking and I'm like, well, geez, I got 2 kids. I'm $500,000 in education, right? And so, so I say all that to say, he gets into the schools that he wants. So for him, it's going to be drastic, because the other school we thought we were going to go to is predominantly black. Great school, but the other school is predominantly white, and it's an all-boys school, right? And so he's been involved through, you know, just being with me and like the business setting and stuff like that, and like playing sports and such, but most of his schooling has been around kids that look like him. And so for him, I think it'll be a little bit of a culture shock.
See, here's the thing, and I could kind of speak to that, man. That culture shock is going to do him a lot of good in the future, because he's going to get out into college and into the real world and realize that the world is not black. And if he gets that experience in high school, which is where I got that experience, you know, when you get to college, you know, I went to a college that was like 3% minority, not 3% black, 3% minority. And by the time I left, I think it was 7. So when I walked into my first job in corporate America and I was the only black person in the room, I was already prepared for that. So if he gets that experience at 15, or you know, whatever age he's getting it at, you know, that's going to be a much better situation for him.
It's a microcosm of the world.
Right.